let me show you what we have bought. And so we made this purchase yesterday. It has my details. Yes, I bought it yesterday. It's a rotator. We have it here. We are going to do the unboxing together and test to see if it will work. Actually, it's because of this that I have not uploaded the Burberry bag. I want to GKC with the rotator, so I'll be using this in the intro. I'm very sure that by the time you are watching this video, you might have watched that video. If you have not watched that video, hey, what miss you? Go and watch. With that said, I welcome you to a new vlog. Kindly subscribe for me to be a part of this special family of God. And so this is it. Hey, wow, wow, is it not beautiful? I'll put this one here. Then I will need a cable. Got two phone paper. I will need a phone head. Let me catch small with this. Ooh, so in the meantime, these are the projects I am working on. Just look at it. That's what Panchua will say. Just look at it. I love it. I bought it at 95 Ghana cedis, and then the delivery was 10 cedis. So in all, it's 105 cedis. Guys, you are invited. I am having banku with okra and ngatikwan. It is hot too. And so let's continue later, okay? Hello. Good morning. Okay. Hello. I want to prepare palm nut soup, and when I opened my freezer, it was looking very dirty. So I decided to clean it. This is an afterthought. This part of the video is an afterthought, but I want to share with you a hack that I do or I carry out in my freezer, and it helps me to avoid having things stick to the base of the freezer. And so this is the freezer. I took out all these. Yeah, I took out all these from the freezer. I also have this fridge that I hardly use because of the freezer. The freezer is down. Yeah, the freezer is down and it is not enough for me, so I bought this freezer, and because of that I don't use the fridge, because if I put it on, it means I have to switch the freezer off and put this one on. When I put on the two together, hey, the light so this one, for I think almost the whole year I have not on it, so I'll think of what to do with it. So back to what I am doing. Okay, this is my this is supposed to be my kitchen. Yeah, this is supposed to be my kitchen, but this is where I started making my videos. Those that I started with. The stove was where the fridge is, and that is the only window. That is the only window to the kitchen. And the fan there, I don't know if you are seeing those black spots. Yeah, the room apparently was leaking when I first moved in, so I lost this fan to rain about, I think, 2 or 3 weeks after I had moved in. And the heat here was so much during this period, so I changed this to be my storeroom kind of, and then I moved the stove to where I now cook, because that place is very airy. So I think you have seen this, but you did not see everything in here. So this is how it looks like. And then if I tell you that the only food that my body respects, obeys and likes is fufu, I am not joking. Look at me warmer. I have this one. That is if I get someone to assist me, and then I use this one for awoka. That is if I am alone. And I have an intermediary one. Yeah, I have 3 sets, so there's one after this, but that one is faulty, so I am going to get a replacement. Back to the freezer. I am cleaning it with this wire mesh. Yeah, this is what I'm using, the soft type, with some key soap in here. But I want to seek your advice on how to deal with this black spot here. I don't know how to take care of it, so let me know in the comment section how you have been dealing with yours. And then I always cover my freezer with this sheet, so when this gets dirty, I clean it with a damp cloth, or if it becomes necessary, I just replace it with a new one. Okay, so I always line my freezer, especially this part, with a cloth, so to avoid the foodstuffs and the rest sticking to the bottom of the freezer. I've had a nasty experience with a freezer. Yeah, I choked it with a knife, and since then this is how I have been treating all my freezer. Even if it's in the fridge, the tabletop type, the up and down type, I always make sure that I line the freezer with something. And also, to make my things very visible, I try to keep them, even if I'll put them in a black poly, I'll still put them in some of these. And again, I keep my wheat, my cereals, the wheat, the beans, this is millet. I keep all those things, including my flour, in the freezer to avoid grooming weevils. Yeah, weevils. So this is how I keep everything that is prone to a mwawa. When tomatoes was in season, I followed Nigeli's is it a recipe? Yeah, so I had more tomatoes. I also keep my beef here. The Ghanaians knows what we call beef. My beef, they are also in this Maggi container. One of these days when I go home, I will share a video with you in the market, and you understand why I have this container home. And for my Kobe and Momone, I always keep them here. So as I am doing the cleaning, I want to prepare my abenkwan or the banga soup. So with the palm fruit I showed you being put down, I had about, yeah, they were 2. So after everything, I made them pound, sift it, and then I kept them in the freezer like this. So right now I want to prepare banga soup, and going through the freezer, I realized that I have everything that I will need without going to the market. That is how I live. So I have meat, tomatoes, pepper, everything. So as I am cleaning, I am going to prepare the soup. This is going to be a little zoo, because on a normal day I will not use these different types of fishes and meat in my soup. So walking down the street of my freezer, I saw these fishes. They've been in for a while, so I want to use them. I also would be using these these ones. So I'll be using these ones with adwiniwei and how is it even called? This one is smoked tilapia mpata. This is also adwini, and then I have these baby herrings that I'll be adding. I also saw this fried fish. It's been in for a while. I don't even remember when I fried it, so I'll be adding it. And Auntie Shola, if you are watching this video, and everyone who is not Ghanaian, wow, this thing here is called prekese. Repeat after me. Prekese. Prekese. Yes. Prekese. The air is like an indented 3. Yeah, we have a font. It looks like the opposite of 3, but because the English do not have that, that is why they wrote it with E. So it is prekese. This is how it's going to be. Yeah, this black thing is the polythene bag that I kept the palm nut in. So when it's melted, I will take it out. By the time you see this soup, it would have been ready to get married to my cassava and plantain fufu. Me, I grew up with a grandmother who loves to eat fufu, and a day that she does not eat fufu, she will say, I have fasted because she did not eat fufu. I will not fast today. I am going to eat and eat properly. If you remember, I have mentioned in a video that I take beetroot and pineapple after paying my monthly dues. So this is how I keep them in the freezer. So I put the quantity that I would need together. So I have pineapple and some beetroot here. I had them in about 4 buckets, and this is the last one. So I take this twice, thrice, depending on my mood. So it can be twice, thrice in a week, so that when it is time for me to pay that bill, I will not be in problem. I will not be in trouble. So that I can, so I take this to replenish the lost blood during the water bill, the blood bill. So this is my blood bank. So I did not even wash my hands, so right from the driving, here I am. So let's eat. Like I always say, the first day uri namni bebre. So as the day goes by, then you kind of reduce it. Do not say I did not invite you. So open your mouth. Open.